Do this random generator, click it. I suggest doing a video with it so it's more clear on who's the actual winner. I personally just come up with another neat way of doing it, and I can actually show that real quick if you'd like. I'll show my last video here. This was my last contest. This was my actual contest video. You see my post. Look at my post. I mean, catch line. There's my hook. Almost unbelievable. How many people would stop and see what was almost unbelievable? Here's another one right here. Goodbye spider webs. How many people don't like spiders? About every woman I've talked to don't like a spider, so she said goodbye spiders. Let me see. Catchphrases, catch people. This is actually how I gave away. Let me go to the actual. Okay, this has 20,283 people saw this post, 707 people clicked on it, had 170 comments, 167 likes, and 58 shares. I didn't ask these people to do none of that really, just tag 7 people. Everything else come natural.
We're in 2016, America's most watched game is going to be on television, the Super Bowl. I'm Jerry Dent with Running Dent Pro Wash. And I'm here to get your party started by giving away a 32-inch charcoal spoon and a cooler full of snacks and drinks. But you got to take me off of this bench and put me on your property. I'm here to score that touchdown for you and put you on the winning team by cleaning your home. The ball's now in your hands. Put me in, coach. People love that. People love a crazy guy, I guess. My wife does anyway. But most people really.
By the way, I want you guys. Do any of you guys, are you friends with Jeremy on Facebook? Who all is here for? Say tonight at about 12:30 or 11 o'clock. Just say good night, Andrea. Send him a voicemail. Okay.
This is another post. This is that surface cleaner post that I told you it had. I really didn't ask them to do anything. It's an unbelievable result. It's called text or message a day for your free quote. Southeast Georgia's only UAMCCO.org award-winning exterior cleaning contractor that I got in September. It's just a video. It's got 13,497 people saw that post. There's 371 clicks on it, so 371 people physically clicked on that. I got several messages off of that, several jobs off of this one video.
Did you post it?
What's that?
Did you post that one?
Did I post it? Boost it. That one, I don't think so. Yeah, I did. Boost complete. I spent $29. I paused it. I paused it at $29, 28 to 60. Well, that was 25. I usually do 25. That one was 28 to 65 on the age. But I get tons. Well, you see my phone ringing just then. I'm sure that was somebody that they had to get my information offline somewhere.
I got a question. Does anybody do Facebook groups in their own community? How's that working out for you? Yeah, you're in there. What's it cost? Nothing? You made your own? How many you got in there? I got a local painter that started people that are just within like a 6-mile radius of our community. A 6-mile radius. He has 35,000 people in the group. Cost him $0. And continually, I watched him just paint one house after another in that group. And I don't think he does anything else. That's all he does.
Here's an actual example of my text messaging. I posted a link to my YouTube video. This person's going to get a full roof cleaning, house cleaning, and driveway cleaning. It's about $1,500 worth of work here, residential. I got a text message this morning at 11:01 a.m. Jeremy, we'd like to schedule a date to have the roof cleaned. To have the roof cleaned on the house, and then they're going to get the rest of the stuff, but she'd like to go ahead and get the roof cleaned. So I got that. That came from Facebook. That initial thing came from Facebook.
How much does Boost
Someone asked a question earlier about how do you decide
Good question.
who wins, and I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Random.org.
There's random name generators that you can download and put everybody's name in. I'll show you another one in a second. It's funny, he mentioned how much this boosted post helps. Well, by posting just a plain regular post without boosting, here's what you're going to get. Let me go back to my fan page here. I'll show you. This is a post, right?
Hey, do you usually have more than one post running at a time, like when you're boosting, or you?
Typically not. Typically I pause one and start another one if I decide to put it.
Hey, what do you guys think of the next event? He just does a step-by-step for you, only on Facebook, and shows you guys how he does this from start to finish. What do you guys think about that? What do you think? We're going to schedule that for the next event? That would be what's the next event? Can you make it to Baltimore?
You can make it to
I think Doug's going to buy your ticket, isn't he?
Just text us.
Here's a video I posted to answer your question. How much does a boosted post help? I did not boost this post. 5 likes, 2 shares, 895 people saw this post. That was it.
Andrea, can Jeremy come to Baltimore, Andrea?
Text,
We're waiting for your answer.
Have her text. Yes or no?
Tell her to send heart.
Did she say yes? She said yes? Not yet? Andrea, we're talking to you.
It's ringing.
She's in class. She can't say anything. Tell the little kids you got to take a time out. Hey guys, let's give Jeremy a round of applause, guys. Hey, really quickly, I want to ask Dave to come on up. Come on up, Dave. Introduce yourself. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. See you in Baltimore. Guys, sometimes we get like we find some talents and then we don't realize that we have them. Dave's been around for a while and he's been doing some Periscopes. Who's been following Dave on Periscope? Awesome. Raise up the hands again. Guys, look around, see how many guys follow Dave. Follow Dave. He's Papa Puff on Facebook.
Papa Puff at
And then
Puff
on Twitter, and on Papa Puff on Periscope, and you guys can find him. He's got some really nifty stuff, and he's kind of a guru with the residential stuff. I don't want to say he's better than Doug, but he's pretty good. He's got, there might be a Dave's Power Wash School soon. I don't know, but no. But I want to introduce Dave here. Give him the mic. He's only going to take the mic for about 15 minutes. Tell you guys a little brief message, and then we're going to break again, and we're coming back with DJ. DJ's here. Give DJ a round of applause for finally making it. We're waiting for you, DJ.
Thanks, Ron.
Hey, there's a reason I'm sleeping with him on this trip. I'm learning all that good
That's
stuff.
not good.
I'm not sure how to respond to that one, but you are warm at night, Jeremy.
Jeremy for the only time he's ever going to speak in an event.
Hey, thanks for the introduction, Ron. I'll give you a little bit about my background in case you don't know. I'm fortunate to be a professional musician. I'm a drummer. 2010, we won a Grammy Award for Best Zydeco Cajun Record. Cleaning was always something I did as an extra income to round off my income as I got started in the music industry. Ended up doing a border deal. I traded a friend of mine that had a lake house in Toledo Bend. Called me up and said, look man, I bought this, whatever, 2.5 gallon pressure washer. It's still in the box. Come set it up, clean the house. I'll give you the pressure washer. Cool, man. I'll bring my bass boat and go fishing and go clean the house. Cleaned it up, took the pressure washer home, posted like 3 pictures of the before and afters, and got like 10 calls from friends saying, man, you clean houses? Why don't you come do mine? So then I realized I needed to learn how to clean. I've always known how to sell. I mean, I've got a corporate background in sales. I did national training. At one point in my life, I opened over 45 furniture stores. I've trained over 2,000 employees in my lifetime. So I understand the sales game, the art of the sell. And it is an art. It's something that you've got to learn. You have to practice. Jeremy mentioned sitting down, practicing in the mirror. God, I remember how many hours looking at my ugly face in the mirror. Because we make certain assumptions through our expressions that people get that we don't even know we're doing. So it's good to stop and look at yourself when you're practicing an introduction or something like that in the mirror. So with that said, I've had a successful career in my music and in my sales. I had to learn how to clean. That's the easiest part of this business. Because we could come here, we could go to Doug's school, we could go to Agent Clean, or that's the easy part, is the cleaning, right? I mean, wouldn't you say the hardest part is the marketing, getting customers, and going make the sale? So what I'd like to talk about is a couple of the important things. Now here it is. I'm basically speaking to the newer contractors that are trying to get in front of some clients. We don't get a lot of calls early, so we've got to utilize those few calls we start getting early in our career, right? So I'm fortunate that going into my third year, that we're able to still go out to a client's house, shake the hand. I live in rural South Louisiana. We're different than probably somebody in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? You're going to deal with that client a little different. So I'm fortunate. I drive out to the house. But here's the thing. When I get out of my car, I have 5 minutes to make the sale. Within the first 5 minutes of me meeting Miss Johnson is going to determine if the closing of that sale is going to happen in 30 minutes from now. So what I do is I get out my car. I always have a printed copy of my $1 million insurance policy. I have a trifold, which if I would have known I was speaking today, I'd grab. I got some upstairs. Got a trifold that is basically my portable website. It's got my whole bio, my story of my company, some basic before and afters, and our services offered, and a business card. First thing I do, ring the doorbell, introduce myself, give her these information. I like leaving them loose. I don't put them in a folder or a binder. I find when it's loose in her hand, she tends to fumble through it and look at it more. I find if you put it in a folder, they end up just putting it on the counter. It may never get opened. So with that said, I have now separated myself and preparing myself for a close. I now have eliminated 80% of the $100, $200 house wash guys, just with that presentation alone. So the first thing I'm going to do is give them a basic breakdown of why we differ from anyone else around my area. I explain how we use low pressure cleaning, how we have custom nozzles that allow us to only put pressure on the house that's maybe as strong as a garden hose. We use specially formulated soaps that do the cleaning, not pressure. So after giving a brief introduction of how our system differs, how we differ, there's 3 things I'm trying to do right now. First of all, I'm trying to gain trust from this client. And all my people are clients, because if I'm meeting them, they're going to become, I'm going to be their cleaner for life. That's my goal. That's my attitude. That's my perception in my mind going into the sale. Secondly, I want to become the expert. I talk about this in our periscopes. Experts do 2 things. If you know anybody that's an expert in their field, number 1, they're probably the highest paid guy you know in that field, right? Experts make more money than the average Joe that doesn't know what they're doing. So creating that perception with that client that I am the expert is going to set me up again for that positive close at the end of this sale. So now, by becoming friendly, gaining trust of that client, presenting my company differently than anyone else with my trifolds, with my explanation of what we do differently than the other guy that's probably going to come and give a quote later, if she allows it. I've now set it up in her mind. So I'm going to separate myself from that client. I'm going to control this entire sale process. I am going to ask her, just go ahead, go inside. I'm going to get my will out. I like to will things. I understand higher volume companies need to take a phone call, go to Google Earth. I understand that. But again, we're talking about these cleaners coming in that may be only getting 5 calls a week. Let's utilize these single calls and try to make the most amount of money we can per call, right? We spend a lot of money, a lot of time trying to generate these leads. We've got to utilize them. So I've got it set up. I get my wheel. I go around.